Alright, you good, Doug. Hello, everybody. What's up? How's it going, boys? Sora's back once again, and probably the last time we're doing this in video form for the YouTubes on impression stuff. Yeah, because I'm starting work in 2 days. Okay, or probably by the time you guys see this, it's probably 1 day left. So yeah, this is probably my last time edit this in YouTube form, whatever, because when I start work, I'm just too damn lazy to edit videos anymore. I'm most likely just going to stream here and there, but I'm not going to stream anymore, like daily kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not totally gone from the internet. I'm probably still going to be like in my Discord, yada yada, all that stuff. So there's that, okay? Yugu Christmas or holiday, I guess. 1225 HP, 9875 attack. She's dark now. She's attack styled. Isn't that new? Let me check her previous versions. I don't think she has attack styled before, right? Yeah, she wasn't an attack style before. Her previous two versions were special. ABS loosens. Massive dark damage to a full 10% boost to allies' charge bars. Oh, she's doing damage now. Her Ogi is doing damage. Last time she doesn't do damage, right? Does she? Oh wait, she does. Okay, I'm remembering the wrong character. Okay, never mind. Okay, so she does do damage. Never mind. First skill, Soul Hibernus. 4-hit dark damage to a foe. Restore dark allies HP 2 random buffs. It's a red border skill. Ornatio Arborum? I have no idea how to pronounce this. Ornamentum. Effect to dark allies. While in effect, buffs can be removed. Boost to charge bar gain and damage reduction. 14 turns cooldown. Wait. Oh, this buffs is attack def. Oh, so it's either one of two of these. I mean, this is not 100%, I guess. Is it? I'll check in a bit. Okay, this should be reduced to 12 turns, right? Yeah, 12 turns, 6 turns. So 12 turns cooldown, but lasts only for 5 turns. More essay, dude. Instant CA standby to caster and the dark ally in the next position. Oh, so she'll never be in the 4th position then. Life tree on the Holy Knight. Boost to CA specs based on number of buffs. When Yugu has 15 or more, CA reactivation twice. I mean, that sounds good though. Together now as ever. Upon the chain burst tide of chaos. So that's 4 chain, right? Activate soul hype. First skill. 2 turn cut to third skill. Remove 1 debuff from dark allies. So she get you can get a clear as well too on 4 chain. That doesn't sound bad actually. Medium grace and garrison. Well, there's no full movement break for this, right? So this most likely will not be used anyway. I mean, it looks very questionable, honestly. I have no idea. Alright, numbers. 4 hit. 108,000 per hit. The heal is 1,000 cap. And then the buffs is 30% attack, 30% defense, 50% double attack, 30% triple attack armor. They did not mention. Oh wait, they did. 70% chance for 30% lesser damage. Revitalize is 500. 50% charge bar gain. 20% reduced damage taken. 50%? Dude, 50% charge bar gain. So that means on Ogi, if this is up, right? Doesn't this mean you automatically get 50%, 50 meter? Or is it actually 30%? I don't remember if this is additive or multiplicative for the charge bar gain. But still looks pretty high though, I guess. Because I don't really see 50% that often. Probably here and there, but it's not that often. CA specs. You get 9% CA damage and 3% CA cap per stack. So you get 90%. Yeah, 90% CA damage and 30% CA cap. You cap out at 10 buffs, so that's pretty good, I guess. I mean, this one is fairly normal. For this kind of passive anyway, right? So as every time you 4 chain, you always get a heal. You get a heal and 2 buffs. And a free 4-hit nuke as well. I mean, it's pretty good actually, yeah. That's true though, like, do we have a lot of primals for fucking Dark though? Yeah, we don't really have a lot, right? And didn't we get like one character that requires primal stuff as well? This is actually not bad to have too. Satyr, right? Yeah. This is actually like one of those things that, because at that time we were looking at these kind of characters, right? You know, take Halloween Satyr for example, right? Because that was the one I'm pretty sure I was referring it as well, where we cannot really decide whether the character is good or not. Is that kind of character is only going to be better much later on down the road. Because right now, as you can see, right, obviously there's more than this, right? But I don't think that Dark has a lot. Pretty sure Dark doesn't have a lot. I remember like we were talking about this that time too, that there's only like a few notable Dark characters that are Primal that is worth using at that given time. So now with the help of Yugu Christmas, I guess that's really good too. But the problem is that she's seasonal. But yeah, she looks pretty good for that particular setup though. But yeah, I remember also was saying that technically Satyr Halloween doesn't really require that though, in a way, right? From what I remember about Satyr's Halloween is that the whole Primal Pals crap is really just boils down on her nuking power, isn't it? Where I feel like her character, like her main focus on the character doesn't really require you to nuke anyway. Like the sheer amount of support you get out of Satyr's character mechanics outside of Primal Pals is already like super good anyway, which is why like you don't really have to focus on, okay, let's use the Primal Pals crap, right? You don't really have to do that. But at the same time, now that as time is going forward, now that we are adding one more into the pool, now we have Yugu Christmas into the list, where you can actually get more power to that, and at the same time you're also getting more power overall in the party, alongside with adding more support too, right? Because technically, despite being attacker type of character, so because you know that's the first time she actually got an attack tag for herself, she does have quite a bit of support kind of mechanic as well going on for her, because that's usually what she was striving for, isn't it? Before, like prior to this, all the other, how many versions of her? 2 other versions that she has. She has like one lolly version and one the original version, right? The very first one. The 2 other versions she has is all mostly focused on supportive utility type of skill set. She always gives you maybe like a heal, like any form of clear, buffs, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff, right? She was supposed to be like that, and it still looks like she's still doing that in this version, but at the same time still provides at least a little bit more damage than usual, because you're able to consistently get this up all the time. So not only you're healing, you're also doing relatively decent buffs to the entire party every time. Because if you're planning to use her, most likely going to Ogi anyway, let's be real here. You're getting a 4-hit nuke, not a single hit nuke, because Dark is very common to have multi-hit nukes now for Dark. So having this kind of 4-hit nuke, and is 108,000, right? Yeah, 108,000 base cap per hit is pretty notable too, to say the least. And not to mention, you are getting quite a bit of the charge bar gain, which is also good because you do not need to rely on just needing to be a freaking ass Kango, because Kango sucks ass, let's be real here. If you have a choice to use other classes and still do relatively well in Ogi, it's a huge win. To me, that's always that's usually how it tends to be. And then not to mention, she can do like CA reactivation and stuff. So getting this thing is actually very easy. You don't really have to rely, and actually to put it simply as well, you don't even really need to have everyone to Ogi to get 4 chain, man. Dark has a lot of fucking multiple chain or CA reactivation tech in Dark. I mean, especially in Primal as well. You have Hyamel that does that. The one outside of Hyamel, you obviously have Fidel that does that as well, which you can also do it technically with MC if you're going with Kango and whatever stuff as well. It's actually very easy to get that. So this one is kind of whatever, honestly. You're most likely going to get this very easily. Getting this buff is super easy as well, let's be real here. And because, you know, she's giving quite a bit of buffs already. Yugu herself is already giving a lot of buffs, because this adds as well. This is technically 3 buffs, right? And then if you manage to get this up, if you somehow get all, which is kind of possible if you Ogi every turn, right? If you Ogi every turn, it's possible to get all of these. But I'm pretty sure it's RNG whether you get everything or not. So you do get a lot of buffs already from these 2, right? And this is just her. Just Yugu by herself we are talking about. We have other characters in Dark that also provides that very, very easily. So getting to 15 is super easy. Super easy. It will only happen, the easiness, the ease to get there will only happen if you have limited characters, obviously, because that's how it is. If you do not have limited characters, maybe there's some base characters that does that, but the power spike in Dark tends to all rely on limited characters, unfortunately. So that's the reality of it. Can't really do anything about that, okay? So yeah, Yugu seems pretty good from that one. Seems pretty good too. Her EMP is alright. You get skill cap, you get this, you get healing as well. She heals very often. Because, you know, if you're oging very often, she's going to heal very often as well. You definitely want this for what's that? Consistent damage. Her HP is not that great. It's okay. So you definitely want to max this as well if you can. I feel like if you're planning to use Yugu, you're most likely going to be an Ogi-oriented setup anyway. At that point, I feel like crit is actually kind of pointless. So technically, you can just kind of skip on this. You don't really need crit in a way. So that way you can at least just pump more HP in her. Because that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Yeah, so you can get 18 points out of this. You technically don't really need that. Because, you know, she already has like this, right? You already have the CA specs here. It's not like you really need any more. If you're oging so much, right? The crit is kind of pointless already anyway. So yeah, I guess that's kind of straightforward for an EMP. Because I feel like defense is like, sure, it's kind of nice. But at the same time, getting quite a bit more raw HP is always going to be nice. Because at least that way, if you also use like blue or green pot, right, the heals on that is also scaled by how much how much total HP you have, right? So that's kind of good on that regard too. So yeah, pretty good character, very nice character to have. I wouldn't say she's like a must-have, but like if you're planning to go for that kind of route with Satyr here and there, Primal stuff, I guess she's pretty nice to have. But outside of that, I'm pretty sure this kind of skill set actually can be used in the endgame raids too. If you're lacking in some particular character, like especially with like some form of sustain, you need extra Ogi, you need extra buff kind of stuff. Sure, a little bit of a help of multi-hit kind of stuff. I feel like this character can do that. Yeah, you can actually like maybe swap out certain characters in like Forfa and Hexa stuff if you need to run her. I feel I can definitely tell you like this kind of skill set, right, is definitely runnable in those raids anyway. So I'm not sure if people tested it already. Obviously, I have no idea. I didn't really check yet, but you know, there's a high chance that they probably will already. So yeah, there's that. I'll see you guys on the next video, maybe. I'm not sure. I guess the next video because this one's kind of long already.